I'm Anil Kumar. Welcome to my series on lines. We'll discuss the slope-intercept form of the equation of line in this video. Here are 4 examples to cover the topic. Question number 1 here is, consider the points A, 0, 2 and B, 4, 14. Write equation of line through A and B. B. Write equation of horizontal line through point B. C is, write equation of line perpendicular to AB passing through A. Question number 2. Consider the points A, 3, 2 and B, 7, 8. Write equation of line through A and B. Write equation of right bisector of segment AB. Question number 3. Write equation of line passing through the point 3, 5 and perpendicular to the line with equation y equals to 2x plus 1. Question number 4 is, write equation of tangent to the circle x square plus y square equals to 25 at p 3, 4. Now question number 4 is indeed a very difficult question, so let me put a star there. Let us see how to solve these questions one by one and understand the concepts. Question number 1. Consider the point 0, 2 and 4, 14. We need to write the equation of line through these 2 points. So we are given the point A, which is 0, 2, and we are given point B, which is 4, 14, right? Now to find the equation of line, let us first find the slope. So slope m is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. In this case, x1 y1, x2 y2, these are the values, right? So we get in the numerator 14 minus 2 divided by 4 minus 0. And that is 12 over 4, which is 3. So the slope of the line is 3. Now, in this case, since the point is A, which is 0, 2, it is actually the y-intercept. Let me sketch the scenario and show you. So basically, what we have here is point A, which is 0, 2. So it is on the y-axis, right? Point B is 4, 14. Let's say the line is going like this, where point A is the y-intercept, right? So this is your point A, and let us say that is your point B. Let's write down the coordinates of these points as A is given to us as 0, 2. So it's the y-intercept, and point B is 4, 14. As you can clearly see, the y-intercept is actually 2, right? And therefore, we can write the equation of the line through AB as what? When we say slope-intercept form, we are looking for equation in the form of y equals to mx plus b, right? Now, since we know the slope is 3 and y-intercept is 2, the equation is y equals to 3x plus 2. Is that clear to you? Right. So that becomes the equation of line through the points A and B. Is that clear to you, right? Since slope is 3 and y-intercept equals to 2, right? So we get y-intercept B as 2, so we can write the equation directly, right? Part B. Write equation of horizontal line through B. Now the horizontal line through B will be something like this. So if you look into this line, at all points y value is constant and it is equal to 14. So this equation can be written as y equals to 14. Is that clear to you? Correct? So that is how you get equation of horizontal line. The slope m is 0 here, right? So you should remember that slope is 0 for a horizontal line. So if I write m equals to 0, I get y equals to b. The y-intercept for this line is going to be 14. Perfect. C. Write equation of line perpendicular to AB passing through A. So, if I have to draw a line perpendicular to AB passing through A, it means what? It means it will be something like this, right? Where this line is perpendicular. Now for this perpendicular line, the slope of this perpendicular line is going to be negative reciprocal, right? So earlier it was 3, so this slope is going to be minus 1 over 3, right? And we know that the coordinates of point A are 0, 2. And therefore, equation of this line, which is a perpendicular line, this symbol is for perpendicular line, which I have just introduced you, not a standard symbol, is minus 1 over 3x plus the y-intercept 2. Is that clear to you? So that becomes the equation for the perpendicular line through A, right? So I hope with this, basic concepts are absolutely clear, right? So let's continue and take up question number 2 now. Consider the points A, 3, 2 and B, 7, 8. Write equation of line through AB, okay? So again, we are given 2 points. This time, we are not given the y-intercept, and that is how this is different from previous question, right? So slope in this case is going to be y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is 8 minus 2 over 7 minus 3, and that gives you 6 over 4, which can be simplified as 3 over 2. So now we can write the equation of this line as y equals to mx plus b, where slope m is 3 over 2, right? 3 over 2x plus b. Now to find the value of b, we'll use one of these points. Let's use A, which is 3, 2. So we'll use the point A, which is 3, 2. That is to say, y value is going to be 2 for x value of 3, right? And we can find the value of b, right? So we have 9 over 2 here. So we get 2 minus 9 over 2 equals to b, which is 4 minus 9 over 2 or minus 5 over 2. Is that clear to you? So that is how we can find the value of b, right? So that gives you the y-intercept for the given line. So we can write down this equation as y equals to slope 3 over 2 x minus 5 over 2. So in slope-intercept form, that is going to be the equation. Clear? Now let's do part B. Let me write down this equation here. Y equals to 3 over 2x minus 5 over 2. Part B. Write equation of right bisector of segment AB. Now let's try to understand this. We are given 2 points A and B, right? So we are given 2 points A and B. So point A for us is 3, 2 and point B is 7, 8. When we say right bisector, it means what? It means it has to go through the midpoint M, right? So we have to find the coordinates of midpoint and the line has to be perpendicular. So that becomes the right bisector. Is that clear to you? Okay. So let's find the coordinates of point M first. Coordinates of point M will be the midpoint, right? So it is x2 plus x1 divided by 2 and y2 plus y1 divided by 2. Average, right? So center value. So in this case, it is going to be 7 plus 3 divided by 2 and 8 plus 2 divided by 2. That is to say 10 over 2, and that is also 10 over 2. So we get a point which is 5, 5. So the midpoint in this case is 5, 5, right? So the line has to pass through the point M, which is 5, 5. And what is going to be the slope of this line? So now let's find the right bisector, okay? So for right bisector, the slope has to be what? It has to be perpendicular to previous slope, which is 3 over 2. So to get that slope, we'll do negative and reciprocal. So negative 2 over 3 becomes the slope. And it goes through the point M, which basically is 5, 5. Correct? So we can now write down this equation as y equals to minus 2 over 3 x plus b. To get the value of b, I'm going to use the value 5 for both x and y, right? So 5 equals to minus 2 over 3 times 5 plus b. Taking it to the left side, we get 5 plus 10 over 3 equals to b. And when you add this, you get 15, 5 times 3, 15 plus 10 as 25. So you get 15 plus 10 over 3 equals to b, which basically is 25 over 3, right? So now, once we have the value of b, we can write this equation y of a perpendicular bisector as minus 2 over 3 x plus 25 over 3. Is that clear to you? So that is how we are going to get this equation. I'd like you to go through these steps, understand the concept, right? And then move on to the next question. Okay. So next question for us is question number 3. Write equation of line passing through point 35 and perpendicular to the line with this equation, y equals to 2x plus 1. Okay. So the equation given to us is y equals to 2x plus 1. The slope m is 2. Slope of perpendicular line will be minus 1 over 2, right? Think like 2 over 1. So flip it and make it negative, right? And we know that this goes through the point which is 3, 5. Is it okay? So that is the information given to you. Now, let's find the equation of the line. So the equation of line will be y equals to mx plus b, where slope m is minus half. So we could write this as minus half x plus b. To find the value of b, we are going to use the point 3 and 5. So 5 is y value minus half times 3 plus b. Taking it to the right side, we get 5 plus 3 over 2 equals to b. That is 10 plus 3 over 2 is the value of b, which is equal to 13 over 2, right? So once we get the value of b, we can easily write down the equation. So the equation of the line is y equals to minus half x plus 13 over 2. Is that clear? Right? So we have used the slope minus half and the point 35. Perfect. Now let's move on and take up the last question. Number 4. Write equation of tangent to the circle x square plus y square equals to 25 at P 3, 4. Now this is a very critical question. Let's try to understand the situation. So here we have a circle and the radius of the circle should be what? Square root of 25, which is 5. Right? So what we are given here, a point 3, 4, which will be right on the circle. Let's say somewhere here. We need to find equation of tangent at this point, which could be kind of like this. Is that clear, right? So that is the situation. This is the point P, which is 3, 4. Here's the origin. The radius is 5. Clear? Now, point 3, 4 is on the circles because, see, x square plus y square is 25, right? So if I write 3 square plus 4 square is also 25. So this is a point on the circle. Now, we're talking about the tangent line L, right? So the line L is tangent at P, right? So that really means that the angle, let's say take any other point Q on this line, that means the angle OPQ will be equal to 90 degrees, right? Since tangent and radius makes 90 degrees, right? They are at right angle, right? Clear? So we are going to use this property of circle to find the equation of our line L. Is that clear to you? So that's a huge concept. You should remember this, right? Now, so let's find what is the slope of OP, right? So first step is we'll find slope M of O to P, the radius which makes with the x-axis, right? So slope will be 4 minus 0 over 3 minus 0, which is 4 over 3. Slope, which is perpendicular, will be negative reciprocal, so minus 3 over 4. The point is given to us as 3, 4. So the equation of line will be y equals to minus 3 over 4x plus b. To get the value of b, we'll substitute the point 3 and 4. So we get 4 equals to minus 3 over 4 times 3 plus b. And that gives you 4 plus 9 over 4 equals to b. Taking common denominator of 4, we get 16 plus 9 equals to b, which is 25 over 4 is equal to b. Clear? So we get the y-intercept 25 over 4. We know the slope, right? So we know the slope right there. So the equation y for the line L is equal to minus 3 over 4x plus the coordinates of point B, 0, 25 over 4. Is that okay? So that becomes our solution. Right? So that is the equation of tangent line. Is that clear? So that is how we can solve all these questions. I hope you find it interesting and useful. Well, these are 4 very critical questions which you can expect in any test paper on lines, especially when you're dealing with this slope and intercept form. I hope that helps. Feel free to write your comment, share your views, and if you like and subscribe to my videos, it'll be great. Thanks for watching and all the best.